In this video, I'll be showing you guys how to get the free Galaxy P Maravich with barely even having to play the game and just get these challenges done easy and fast as possible, because as you guys can see, you have to complete 35 basically domination games that are all going to be 5-minute quarters on all-star difficulty. So the best way you guys want to complete these is going to be called AFKing, and it's just the fastest and easiest time-free way to get these challenges done. And I want to give a massive shout out to Unbeatable Jacob for coming up with this idea for Clutch Time Offline. You guys probably have seen his video of how to get Clutch Time Offline done fast and easy with the AFK method, and obviously it's going to work the same way, just with a little couple tweaks here and there for obviously these 5-minute quarter games as well. So talking about the lineup here real quick, you obviously do want to have a 10-man rotation. Now you might just want to keep your starters in the whole game. It doesn't really matter too much. You can sub in your bench that I'll talk about here in the gameplay, but with your lineup, you guys want to use your highest rated cards, and you don't necessarily need to have cards you actually like, because it's going to be the CPU playing for you. If you guys don't know what AFKing is, basically you want a player lock on your shooting guard. That does matter a lot. Make sure you guys player lock on your shooting guard, not your center, because that means you're going to get a lot of 5 in the key calls, because when you're trying to inbound the ball, not in the key, but 5-second violation calls, because when you try to inbound the ball, if you're player locked on D-Rob and your controller's down and you're not playing the game, then you're going to get a lot of those 5-second calls. If you're on your point guard, that's the guy bringing up the ball most of the time, so you're going to get the 8-second call in the backcourt. So you want to be on your shooting guard, because he's probably not going to inbound, or he's definitely not going to inbound, and he most likely won't be bringing up the ball. And then same thing for like your small forward. Sometimes he inbounds, or sometimes he gets the ball to bring it up the court. So the best player you guys want to AFK on, you want to player lock on, is going to be your Galaxy Ray Allen, or sorry, your best shooting guard, right? Use your shooting guard that you guys can green pretty consistently with, because you are going to have to make a couple shots at the start of the game, but then after that it does not matter. But make sure you guys use your best team possible with your highest rated cards. But now let's hop into the actual game and show you guys what you need to be doing, because there is a couple tweaks, like I said, to Jacob's method for Clutch Time Offline. It's a little bit different, so I'll just be hopping into the first game here, and you guys can see the squad's actually not that bad. It's got Gilbert Arenas, Pink Diamond Iggy, Benedict Mathurin, Laurie Markkinen, and Channing Frye. So it's a pretty good squad. I mean, most of these teams are pretty good. Like you guys can see, I mean, this one's got Ray Allen, Rudy Gay. It's got some very good squads. So I'll just do this one because it probably looks to be the easiest team, just to show you guys how to get it done. So I'll hop into this game and show you guys what you need to be doing to AFK these wins for Pete Maravich. So what you guys want to do when you actually get into the game is you want to build a 10 to 12 point cushion. And what you want to do, cushion, I should say, is you just want to, knock down threes with your shooting guard. That's why I said to have a card that you guys can shoot with at the shooting guard position. And then on defense, you want to click left on the D-pad, those 4 arrows, to pull up a 2-3 zone. And then you want to activate the 2-3 zone, because when you're actually AFKing, that's going to be a great way to get stops on the CPU. But Jason Kidd's going to knock down that 3, which is perfectly fine. But on the offensive end, you guys obviously want to try to make as many threes as possible, whether it's going around screens, knocking down normal fades, using the snatchback, the pullback, whatever you want to call it. That's another great way to score. And then just for now, you do want to focus on defense, try to get yourself a couple stops, and then after this, that's when you guys can AFK, and then you never have to even touch your controller really, except for maybe like when a timeout pops up or something like that. So what you guys want to do, like I said, just try to score the ball. It doesn't have to be threes every single play, but I just recommend threes because it's going to get you the most points, per possession. And as you guys can see right now, we're up 9-3. So I'm probably going to get myself a 10 to 12 point cushion, whatever you want to call it. I do think that's probably the best, point range to go for. You don't want to go with anything less, because then the CPU does have a chance to catch up. But once again, you don't actually have to win by a certain amount of points or do anything in the game. The win requirements is literally just win the game. So you don't have to make a certain amount of threes. You don't have to get assists. You don't have to win by 20 points. All you got to do is literally just win the game. So start off by getting yourself a 10 to 12 point cushion. As you guys can see, I'm up by 9 points right now, so I'll get one more stop and then go make one more 3, and then we can start the AFKing, where we literally just put our controller down and let the CPU ride it out. So once again, play defense, right? Left him wide open, probably should have covered that, but he's gonna miss because it's only on all-star difficulty and it's a CPU. So now I'm gonna green wide open with Ray Allen, because obviously I do have a sharp take, and now we're up by 12 points. And this is where you guys go into the 2-3 zone, and then now all you do is you put your controller down until, for example, they call a timeout. If they call a timeout, this is where you want to have your controller somewhere near you, so you can obviously click A and advance through that timeout, instead of having to wait that a minute and 15 seconds. So I wouldn't really recommend walking up and going downstairs, or walking up and, leaving your desk, I would say just throw on a Netflix show, throw on YouTube, whatever you guys want to do on your phone, right? Just do that while this game is going on. I wouldn't recommend like actually leaving, but just do that while the game is going on. And now you can literally just put your controller down and your CPU will be able to ride it out and get all of these wins done. And this is going to be super helpful for having to play basically 35 domination games for Pistol Pete, because that is a lot of grinding. And also what you guys can do is if you see your CPU, starting not to play that good and they start catching up, that's when you can kind of come back in the game and just knock down a couple threes. So that's why I'd say like you want to make sure you're at your desk and just paying somewhat attention, because sometimes the CPU goes crazy and makes like 4 or 5 threes in a row, and then sometimes I do this right now where they can't even make a shot and we're up by 11 points. So and that's what I recommend doing, is if you see the CPU starting to come back on you, just, grab the controller, make a couple threes with your shooting guard, and then you can obviously put it down once again. But for now, I mean, my CPU is going to work, man. We're up by 13 points, and I mean, you guys can't see, but I literally am not touching my controller. It's on the desk, and Rayon is literally just standing there, right? All you have to do is get that 10 to 12 point cushion, and then literally just sit here and let your CPU get the work done. So that's going to be the fastest ways to get the wins for P. Maravich, and just the easiest wins as well. The easiest way to do it, because who wants to play 35 domination games for a Galaxy Opal card? So by doing this, you literally don't have to play the game, and it's going to be super easy to do. So if you guys have any other questions, you guys can obviously let me know if I did forget anything to explain, but that's pretty much it, man. It's a very simple method. Once again, shout out to Unbeatable Jacob for figuring this out with the Clutch Time offline stuff, and it's going to work pretty much the same in these 5-minute domination games, spotlight games, whatever you guys do want to call them. So that's going to be the easiest way and the fastest way to get Galaxy Opal P. Maravich, and it shouldn't really be that hard of a grind if you're just AFKing it the whole time and having to make a couple shots here and there and just putting your controlling down, watching some Netflix, and letting the CPU do the work. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. If the video did help you guys out, let me know in the comment section down below if it did help you guys out, and if it did, make sure to drop a like and sub down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.